All right, everybody. Welcome to one of the final sessions of Descent into Fernia. Uh, who would like to give a recap?
I believe we fought off a whole bunch of swarms of things. I don't even actually remember. um,
Right. The Warforged Colossus had been breached
yeah,
by these insectoid
yeah,
creatures.
that's what they were. Yeah. Oh God, yeah, they were. Yeah, it was the swarm that was grappling us,
Yeah,
and yeah, that's what it was.
yeah,
And as we continued to march our way towards our end goal, and most of us were just fighting in the, I'm just going to say basement. Um, and I felt like that was a lot harder than it should have been personally, but I think it was just got caught in a lot of ranged people got caught too close, but that's me, literally.
there was like a parallel fight, was because Blade was still controlling, still at the head, and he was like fighting off, trying to fight the swarm at like the meta level. So there was like I remember like there was like a giant, they formed into a fist or something, like a hard fist, and like uppercut him, and then he like stumbled back and then shot a laser cannon at him a couple times. And yeah, there was like like multiple fights, but we did get through them, and continued on our way.
Yeah, and then at some point while you guys were on your way, you had the vision of Tira Moran,
Right.
Right.
and she gave you guys some information with regards to what to expect ahead, as well as giving you a blessing that leveled you up and also healed Melodia's ruptured ears from the infernal cicadas.
Is that what they were? Goddamn cicadas.
Yeah, I mean, that's why they were so loud.
I didn't. Okay, my hat's off to you. Good job.
They're the 34 cycle cicadas.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were just really unlucky that Belshalor made his move this year.
I'm blanking on what Tyr Moran like warned us. Um, she warned us about something important. Um, but I'm totally blanking on what it was.
I mean, my card's on the table. I don't know a lot of these names. I was not here for the beginning sessions of a lot of this, so a lot of it I'm just going to throw out there. There's someone very important I believe we need to save that is going to be sacrificed, and someone has a spell that believes that we can detect them, and I want to say 1,000 yards, give or take.
Right.
So I believe
So
we're
it
we are like
it's
approaching the walls, and then I heard in the distance of like them like essentially spotting us and getting ready to attack. I believe that's where we left off, but I believe we're trying to go save such and such person from such and such ritual before such and such happens. But
Stella Duran.
yes,
right. Right. Tira Moran, and these names do sort of sound similar, at least to me, but Tira Moran was like somebody from the deep past of the Silver Flame who fought and defeated Belshalor previously. Jayla Duran is just the current high priest of the Silver Flame, and apparently she can get Flamekeep back to the real world, back to our world. Although everybody there's dead, so I don't know that that's the most important thing. But Belshalor, who's been chained up ever since his confrontation like thousands of years ago with Tiramoran, apparently he will be released again if he can finish this ritual with Jailaduran, who's currently his captive,
Got it.
as they teleported the cathedral from Flamekeep away, and that's where we're headed.
Yeah.
And it was my character, the branded one, who has the locate creature spell.
There we go. So it's easy. We'll just walk in and take.
Right.
No problem whatsoever.
The other thing that was said is Tira Moran's descendant, Melise Moran, uh, is her spirit is trying to bond to the body of Jayla Duran. Um, Melise was a challenger to the um, at that time a few hundred years ago, a challenger to the Church of the Silver Flame and claimed to be the true uh, speaker of the flame, when in fact she was a minion of Belshalor. So she caused a lot of chaos, a lot of turmoil during that time, and eventually she was captured. But in order to prevent her from becoming a martyr, rather than execute her, she was sentenced to Dreadhold, which is basically the supermax prison of Corvair. And her particular punishment was to be placed into an eternal slumber. But because she was placed in an eternal slumber, her mind is trapped in the realm of dreams called Delcor. And she, through the use of the obsidian crown, is able to cross that planar barrier and take over the body of Jayla Duran. And if she's able to do that, between the power that she wields as the dark speaker of the flame and Jayla Duran's body, she would have the power to pull Clonier from the pyre of Silver Flame, which is the sword that Tira Moran wielded against Belshalor, and is the artifact that binds Tira Moran's soul and the soul of the Coatl that accompanied her into battle against Belshalor. Their souls are binding Belshalor in his current prison. So the removal of the sword would be the means by which Belshalor can be freed. Also, just a little callback. Um, Tony's wife played Lacis, who was a Kalishtar. Um, I believe she was a Kalishtar. And she would teleport in and out uh, of games because uh, Tony's wife wasn't able to always play. And so when she last teleported out, um, it was discovered that she was coming in and out of Delcor, and it was Molise deceiving the group into believing that she was actually Lacis to trick the group into getting the obsidian crown, believing that it would help free Lacis, when in fact it was the means by which Molise was going to be able to free herself from Delcor.
Was that was that revealed at some point that it was Melise and not Lacis?
Yeah. At the time that Haruman took the crown from you, he revealed that uh, I believe that it was him that revealed that Lacis was a lie. It was all a deception.
Ah,
So
I didn't pay as much attention to that because the Brandon one had no idea who this Lassise person was.
yeah, well,
Although that does, I guess I was not sure though. So was Lassise actually Melise the whole time?
no, but that would have been cool. But it's also funny because the only characters that actually went on that dream adventure uh, to talk to the fake Lassise uh, was Blade, who wasn't actually there because Blade doesn't sleep. Ewan, who died, and Lux, the only original character from the beginning.
Yeah. And I remember
I
it
mean,
used to be super confusing because we had Lassise and Alyssa, and their names sounded similar to me.
Yeah.
What happened to Alyssa in game? Did we
So
just like forget her? She's still waiting for us to come back.
no,
stuck in Mallet space.
and that was something that was revealed in a recent game. Um, when High Cardinal Crozen placed you in that nightmare scape, before all of that took place, it knocked some memories loose for those of you that were there, which I think did include the branded one, uh, Ewan and Lux, and I think Blade. But essentially, at some point, uh, there, while you guys were in Fernia early on, after leaving the city of Flamekeep, you were traveling and there was a portal that opened and a what are they called? Aboleth. An aboleth came through the portal and psychically stunned everybody. Um, Only Alyssa, this character, was not stunned, and she attacked the aboleth and damaged it. But then the aboleth uh, spewed mucus onto her and then ate her whole in front of everybody while everybody's paralyzed, though still conscious and watching it all happen. And then the aboleth mentally commanded Project Ezreal to follow him through the portal. And then the aboleth left and manipulated all of your minds um, to forget this happened, and also to never question why do we not care about Project Ezreal or Alyssa anymore.
Yeah, but the branded one didn't need a reason not to care. Yeah, actually, I hadn't realized till just now how many characters there were in this that are no more.
Yeah.
Because Solomon died, Project Ezreal, Dr. Sheev, Alyssa, Lassise, and then all of Tony's characters.
There's been a body count.
Yeah.
Some other people have fucking amateur numbers.
And I think Tony's characters have also suffered the most body horror of everybody.
Yeah, I mean, I think
You did
Trebek would beg to
take my
differ.
arm. And then, yeah, Trebek. That's true. Trebek had a bad one.
So, with that catch up, you guys are in sight of Flame Keep, and by the sight of it, the siege spell that you had worked very hard to put in place to protect it seems to have fallen. And the dream that Cardinal Crozin put in most of your heads seems to have had some semblance of truth to it, since the city looks to be in ruins and a large contingent of fiends is leaving Flamekeep, heading in your direction. Um, and also the Flamekeep Cathedral is also in sight, although it is maybe a mile or two away yet.
So there's fiends coming at us now, like
Are they in like rank and file, or are they like a horde of fiends? Is it looks like a delegation?
Um, so kind of like this. Uh, where's the share? There's a share. So yeah, it's a lot of them
Yeah,
of
but they're way
various
on the
shapes
ground.
and sizes.
Yeah, I got zero chance. They're not in classic chevron formation. They're gonna get their ass kicked.
Yeah, Blade, just kick them.
stomping protocol.
This is the part of the campaign where we stomp the yard.
Like you just like run. Can you just like run through them? Like fuck these things.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah,
What's their size like compared to like the biggest one compared to the Colossus?
The biggest one is still dwarfed by the Colossus by a fair bit, but as this massive army charges at you,
And we start
you
blasting it
see
too. Like
what's that?
I said, we can start blasting it too. Let's do
Yeah,
this.
we're just gonna start blasting.
Well, that's what you notice from them. Many bolts of eldritch energy and hellfire and also physical projectiles have been launched from various individuals within the army and are streaking towards the Colossus.
um, uh, how long has there been any time? How long has it been since our encounter with the bugs?
Long enough that all systems have been restored and damage repaired.
Okay. So Blade would like initially just kind of when they start hitting, just kind of engage the spectral shield to try to deflect some of them.
Mm-hmm.
And since we're in we're in a Colossus, we might as well go with full force. So he'll uh use that limited flight to basically do a booster and pull out the mystic blade, so that you got this appearance of like hovering off the ground and speeding up with the blade out and just like cutting swaths through.
Okay. So you engage the spectral shield, and uh, you hear dozens upon dozens of impacts and explosions, many of them glancing off of the spectral shield, but enough of the projectiles get through that you can feel those explosions resonating throughout the structure, causing a deafening sound. You Blade start getting alerts about damage being taken. Uh, it's fairly minor damage as the Colossus, except for shield weapons, ignores the first 20 points of damage from any singular attack. But there's enough attacks going on right now that some of them are able to meet that threshold and still doing some damage.
Mhm.
I would say that the Warforged Colossus probably takes about 15 points of damage from that.
Okay.
And then you activate those boosters to close the distance and begin cutting a swath through uh, the the armies of fiends. Um, you could see many fiends fall into pieces as they are directly in the path of the blade. Um, but now that the distance is closed, there are dozens, if not hundreds, of fiends climbing all up onto the armor and flying up to the head, and you can hear them attacking at the hide of the Warforged Colossus.
Well, battle
Do
stations, everyone.
do they like as we draw close, does this like come into play, or do they seem unperturbed as they get within range?
So you do notice that a few of the fiends in seeing the massive form of the Colossus, they do become frightened and attempt to run. But most fiends are typically immune to the frightened condition.
Gotcha. Okay.
So out of the army, you have perhaps a dozen or so fiends that are impacted by fear and fail their saving throw. You know, Arby's may be the fiend of fast food.
I totally forgot about beef and cheddars, and like I was obsessed with those for a while, and I am sad to some extent that I don't eat meat anymore or cheese because beef and cheddars were amazing.
You got decent curly fries.
They're pretty good. The seasoning is good.
So, so Blade, you notice before you, uh, within the army, two figures stand out, um, and they both look like this. Where is
If one of them's Harumon, I'm gonna kick him.
it?
Mm-hmm. You're showing us right now.
Yeah, are you sharing your screen or your share screen?
Okay, hold on.
Because I could see the whole map without any like darkness
Yeah.
or vision limitation.
Um, oh, that's
Oh
interesting.
man. It's Baylor's, yikes.
Yeah. Just
Not
step on
surprised, but
them.
that's not good.
Yeah, just kick them.
Here, let me share the proper screen. There.
Just do a Hulk and like grab a Baylor by the leg and use it to beat the other Baylor to death.
So, what would you guys like to do? Who's
Uh, let's start blasting.
Yeah, I think we should mow down those big ones. They look they look dangerous.
Sounds good to me.
all right? So who's blasting with what?
What do we got here? Where is it at again?
Yeah, I've been spending the last 10 minutes making sure I got this thing up because I always neglect it. All right, so we have the Mystic Blast, Eldritch Turret, Eldritch Salvo,
And the incinerator.
and the Incinerator Beam. How many of these bigger guys are there, D's?
There's two Baylors.
Um, I'll just pick one, I guess. Sit down with the nearest one. Perfect.
I mean, for the big ones, at least, I think we can assume the incinerating beam isn't going to burn them. Oh, I guess it's radiant damage, so maybe it would.
Yeah, I was thinking, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take seats at the Eldritch Turret and fire at one of them.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, I don't know where Prakash sat down.
I guess I'll just go incinerating beam. 11. Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them look like they're for Blade, like the rocket punch and the stomping. So I will go to the Eldritch Salvo then.
I'm gonna sit the Stomping Turret.
I mean, we could, we could do like Blade could cede control to like one of the arms. So like someone could control the right arm and someone could control the left arm.
Pantone dibs.
So I
Or,
mean,
like, would fuck up your balance.
Yeah. One, you're just kind of going.
Mess up your drift.
that is true. But we could
So-
make something work.
Yeah, the only thing I would say is I would want to be at whatever spare weapon system is sort of closest to the place where we can cast spells. Because I don't know if we'll need to cast like protection from energy on this thing to prevent them from trying to burn it.
So, in order to cast spells, you would need to cast them upon Blade.
Right.
So you'd need to be in the head.
Yeah,
So
where are these turrets, or where like the seats of these located again?
So the the lower quadrant area.
Okay.
So the head is there's no real weapon systems inside the head. Um, so the large cannon is one level below where you guys are, so it's I'll move you to the appropriate spot. Um,
So yeah, I am going to go to the head first so that I can cast protection from energy on Blade because we've already seen these things shooting fire at us, among other things. And
And
this is hell. I assume there's a lot of fire-based attacks.
Yeah.
Maybe it's all radiant and I'm wrong again.
so and then the other weapon systems are one level lower. So one person can use this cannon, and then one person, or I mean, then the rest of people would need to go down.
Right. I would tell Trebek to go to the Eldritch Salvo station.
And you know what I'm going to do to make it much easier for you guys to just move yourselves is I'm going to create that option for you because there's no reason to keep these barriers up.
So are you just, I'm assuming you're casting it's fire resistance for protection of energy.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure.
Surprise, they all do poison.
They could be ice
Let me
demons.
also make it so where you guys can actually see. There. All right. So, Kurt, you're casting protection of energy.
Yes.
Okay. Do you mind posting that in the chat?
Nope. Hold on.
All right. So, with it being a third level spell, roll a d20. Okay. The spell goes off as normal, and the arcane engines that power this now resonate with the energy of the spell and protect it even further from damage from fire. You notice that instantly much of the damage that the Warforged classes has been taken from the army suddenly diminishes.
And then we start blasting.
Well, who would like to start blasting?
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, I was gonna say. Who wants to do the honors?
Do you want initiative, or are we just sort of going for it?
No, we're just kind of
Okay.
3-4 minute right now.
And yeah,
So Trebek uses that. He can't really miss. It's only a question of when it comes back.
Go ahead and roll three uh three missiles to see what everybody takes. Okay. So a dozen or so fiends drop from just that much as the lesser fiends begin to fall to the Eldritch Salvo. Takash, unleashing the incinerating beam, manages to catch one of the Balors and seriously injures it as one of the wings is ripped right from the back of the creature, burning away in the radiant energy, and half of its body is covered in blisters and bleeding. The black ichor that it is used for its blood. It still managed to stay aloft though, and flies up to attack one of the eyes of the Warforged Colossus. Let's see what it's able to do.
Did that Eldritch turret hit?
Oh, the Eldritch turret is gonna go after the Balor. So the long sword attack bounces right off of whatever material the eye is made out of. And while the whip manages to seems to scratch at the clear see-through material, it doesn't actually have enough strength to cause any damage, particularly with the resistance to fire now at play.
Yeah.
And then with the Eldritch Turret, Melodia, which creature were you targeting with the Eldritch Turret?
One of the Baylors.
Okay.
I mean, if it was going in succession or if we were all attacking at once, I would probably be aiming at the one that you described at the lost his wing.
So you punch a hole in its remaining wing, and it cries out in pain, but it's still there. Probably 100 more of the creatures have fallen in the wake of the incinerating beam as it leaves a swath cleaving right through much of the army.
The multi-attack thing for the Warforged Colossus says there are 2 Eldritch Turret attacks.
Ah, so do another one, Melodia.
Nice.
And that is confirmed. Go ahead and roll a D100. 57. All right. And with that, so that second attack is able to kill it. So go ahead and Melodia and describe how you just slay a Baylor.
Yeah, I actually need to reread what the Eldritch Turret actually fires. I mean, it does it shoot a beam, I'm assuming. Is that that's sort of what I'm envisioning?
It's
Yeah.
force damage.
Yeah. So I'm assuming like I knock out its second wing, and while it's sort of spiraling down to the ground as it hits, I just bring the turret down, aim down, and it's just about it hits the ground, I get shoot center mass, and it just sort of implodes like one of those like sort of depth charges where it's like sort of that lack of sound and just like sort of implodes and then just like that cratering explosion outwards and gory, violent explosion.
Nice. Lux, what are you doing in all of this?
Let's see. Is this like the main engine room in the middle?
Um, when you say main engine room, what do you mean?
I think
Like
that's
this
I
is
think that's the Iron Man chest beam thing.
yeah, this right
Okay.
here is the what is it called? The incinerating beam cannon.
Okay. Okay. I guess I would go to where I thought the Warforged Colossus was the most vulnerable to creatures getting in. And if it's not obvious, like, if there's like then I would go try to find the most critical um piece of equipment or other than the head. I guess it might be the head, like somewhere that if they got in, they could shut the whole thing down. Kind of
That would
like
be the
hanging
head,
out at the end. Okay.
because if they get in and they're able to attack or kill Blade, this whole thing stops running.
Okay. Gotcha. All right. I know that the Brandon one is up there, but I will go in there as well then.
And actually, I'm going to send Pantone up there as well. I'll say I'll take him a round or two.
Okay. Blade, give me a perception check.
Using blade or using the Colossus?
Using Blade, unless the Colossus has a better bonus.
No, I wouldn't.
Okay. Are you trained Arcana?
I am not trained in Arcana.
Okay. Uh, well, you notice the surviving Baylor uh, using strange gestures and summoning some kind of energy. Um, Lux and the branded one are both in this space with you, and they can kind of basically see what you see, as these ports right here are transparent.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
So are they gonna, does that mean have the ability to make a perception check and understand what they're doing?
Uh, they could, but because of your awareness and your ability to see more clearly through the eyes, you would need to direct them towards.
Gotcha. The Baylords, these creatures are casting some kind of strange magic. I cannot tell what its nature is.
I would look.
All right, go ahead and give me an Arcana check. Did you make the check?
Hold on. Thought I did.
Okay. You're not able to really identify quite what it's doing until it finally completes the magic, at which point a mystical gate opens up and a creature that probably is big enough to actually reach to the knee of the Warforged Colossus steps through and charges full speed at the Warforged Colossus's leg. And this is the thing that comes out.
Yikes.
A Minotaur.
But actually, but it only comes up to our knee, so it's adorable.
Right. And you should
Just-
treat him as such.
Yes, just pat him on the head.
Oops, I squished it.
Blade will level his direct his mystic blade. There's two mystic blades. Two slam. Oh. Yeah, he's gonna try to slice this thing with his mystic blade.
Okay.
Can replace one or both slam attacks with his mystic blade attack. So he's gonna do you know, I never watched Gundam or anything, but like he's gonna do two swipes, one with each arm, and a very artistic yet efficient manner.
Oh, so make sure every time you use your Mystic Blade, you need to roll a D8.
Yep, I just saw that. So I'll roll one for the last use. Uh, of course. So I'll see if. All right. At least so one of the blades when I was slicing through demons broke. Um, so I would only have one that's currently active. So that one I used to hit the Gorion. And then I'll do a slam on it as well.
Okay.
Is the creature considered gargantuan?
Yes.
Okay.
Both of those hit.
I guess I can also stomp. Per the multi-attack.
All right. So you catch multiple creatures in that stomp, um, including the Goristro. Um, and then all right. So since it's gargantuan, it's not considered prone or restrained.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Uh, but it manages to complete its charge, smashing, and it's as it moves forward, it doesn't go straight at the leg. It instead leaps into the air to strike at the center mass of the Warforged Colossus. Uh,
Is it our turn again?
The Guristros trying to knock us down.
um, so the Goristro actually misses,
Yeah.
but it backs up and clearly is going to attempt it again. Meanwhile, the other Baylor seems to be casting another spell.
How far away is the Baylor from the head?
Um, I'd say it's within 100 feet, probably less, maybe closer to 60 feet.
Because if it's within 60 feet, I would counterspell.
Okay. And what level are you casting Counterspell at?
That is a good question. I would cast it at 5th level.
Okay. Let's see. So you manage to stop its casting, and it looks around and it can see through the window and see that you're watching it, and then it backs up.
If you can keep me close enough to it, I may be able to stop it from casting spells. But I have to be within 60 feet.
You've got it. We will will not stray far from these creatures.
I was gonna say let's blast the caster anyways.
So what are the rest of you guys doing?
See if this
I,
thing recharges, I guess.
yeah, I'm ready to fire again whenever my turn's up.
You can go now.
Okay.
Where are you directing your Eldritch turret?
I'm gonna the other Baylor, the one that's casting.
Okay. You hit it and you push it back 30 feet.
And I believe I get a second one, right?
You do.
Yeah.
You hit it again, damaging it and pushing it back another 30 feet.
Still within range of the incinerating beam.
Oh man.
The
If it's possible
incinerating
to,
beam deals quite a bit of damage to it because, well, let's see if the Baylor can even make that save. I don't think they can.
if it's possible to hit both of them, obviously I would go for that.
I think you could probably, because the Goristro is backing up, preparing for a second strike, I would say that you can hit both.
Delightful.
Let's see what the Goristro's. Nope. So you damage both significantly.
Alrighty.
Trebek just keeps pushing the button and it's not firing.
Blade's gonna try to keep pilot the Warforged to stay within range of the uh within 60 feet of
Baylor.
the Baylor. Where is like
Well,
how
the Baylor is now 120 feet away because the Eldritch turrets knocked it back.
So yeah, I guess in that case, Blade is going to try to close the gap.
Okay.
With his movement, or with the Colossus movement, we can at least be within 60 feet of it. Or we'll get to 60 feet away.
So you're going to use your cutting action to dash as well? Because you have 40 feet of movement with your Warforged Colossus.
Is it 40? It says 60 on the.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. I don't know where I was thinking. Yeah, so yeah, you would be able to close that distance completely.
Yeah. At least get within range of counterspell. And unless the Minotaur, the
Goristro.
the Goristro, unless the Goristro is like nearby, then I don't think he would attack that. He would just kind of use the opportunity just to take out more minions, cause slice at more of the fiends that are kind of generally on the battlefield.
Okay. But your Mystic Blade is able to do significant damage to the forces. as well as your slam.
So stop.
This army is not going to last very long against the onslaught of the Colossus.
We must. Do you think you can line up a shot? We must press forward. This army was not meant to stop, but to delay.
You line up the shots. Get us in position.
So the Goristro charges once again.
The miss.
Missing.
The Colossus is just too big. It's like I can't possibly hit it.
Well, okay, so it's not missing, but it's
Damaging.
they're not catching
Yeah.
the air that it would like, and where it is striking the Colossus, it's just glancing blows.
Yeah.
The Baylor, seeing that you're keeping distance from it, flies around to the back of the head as it then disappears from sight.
Where it flies? Where does it fly?
Behind the head.
Like the head of the Colossus? Like it's like behind you, behind us?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And
Hmm.
uh, let's see.
Hmm.
A portal suddenly opens within the head towards the back of the head, and through it a pair of devilish humanoids appear.
By Asmodeus's beard. We have been breached.
Can I use my reaction to hit him?
Yes, you can.
Okay. Sure, get these numbers right. $23 plus. I'm gonna do bludgeoning magical bludgeoning damage plus 5 necrotic.
Okay. So which one are you attacking?
The one that's closest, the one that's up top there.
Okay. Um, branded one. What do? You can use your reaction to do something.
I use my reaction to counterspell.
Oh, okay. So Takash, Melodia, um, you guys can make another round of attacks if you wish.
I'm assuming I don't have eyes on the Baylor, right? I, I'd say, I mean, where's the turret? Where's the is like a shoulder turrets or where's the?
Yeah, I would say it's a shoulder-based turret.
So is that something I could swivel and maybe see the Baylor?
Yeah,
Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna keep on targeting the Baylor then.
okay.
And
All right,
then
that's a hit.
the next one.
And that's a hit.
All right.
You managed to damage it pretty severely and knock it back 60 feet.
Okay. And then I'm gonna send through the turns. Pantone is gonna try to get up there. I think the
Oh,
guy is.
Pantone would have gotten there by now.
Oh, he would have. Okay, I've been
Yeah.
just doing a floor, like a level around, essentially. Um, then yeah, he would have been up there, but yeah. So then yeah, he'll attack the one that's right next to him.
Okay. And what color is
He saw his fire.
okay. All right. So that misses.
Okay, and that's his turn. I'm gonna roll his uh ferocity stuff,
Okay.
and I am done.
Trebek will use the Eldritch Salvo since it recovered. That's 3d4 plus 3.
Okay. Uh more smaller minions within the armada, the army have fallen. There's probably only a dozen or so highly powerful fiends left. Um, Meanwhile, the Cambions in the head, um, uh, one is going to move to Lux and attack. Do either of those hit?
The second one, yeah.
The other one's gonna move to this creature, this mechanized thing in the middle that looks like it's a high value target and begins striking at Blade.
Uh, that 19 will hit. Um, but I'm gonna use my reaction. I think it's a reaction, uncanny dodge. Yeah, use uncanny dodge to have that.
Okay.
Do I think I can make it up to the head?
What's that?
Do I think I can make it up to the head? Because mine didn't recharge.
Uh, Yes, you could make it up to the head.
All right. Is this guy actually in the room here?
Yes.
I'll just call to him and say, "Operate this, would you?" Unless Trebek was doing something, right? He was on something.
Trebek's, yeah, the Eldritch Barrage or whatever it is.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. So yeah. Do I have to dash to get here?
No.
Okay. Well, this guy is gonna get hit then. Let's say Backfoul Fiend.
That's a hit.
Second attack.
That's a hit. It's still up, but you have wounded it gravely.
And this is the only one. Oh no, this one's here too. Okay. This guy here. Do I have it? I have it prepared, right? Um, oh, I guess I don't have it prepared. Damn it. Okay. Um, I will just take a. Or can I step one more step, or am I done here?
Now you can step.
Okay. I just want to be here. Yeah, just making sure this guy knows I'm around. His friend is nearly dead. But I'll be done after that.
All right. Brandon one, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna cast a 4th level Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
Trebek comes up. What's going on up here? And he gets fucking blasted by it.
I mean, I would designate everybody who I think is friendly in the Warforged Colossus.
Yeah.
So as not to inadvertently shred people who come up.
That would be funny though.
Hey, where's the party?
Oh fuck! I forgot about those guys.
And then I will walk up and stand right next to this guy.
He's like beat up. He's got 1 hit point left, so he couldn't.
All right. And then Ornifex is going to attempt to use the thing and it recharges, so he's going to use it.
I mean, it didn't recharge. That's why I ran away from it.
Right, but now he did it and it did recharge.
Okay.
He's also an engineer, so maybe he did something.
He's button mashing
Like,
over there. Yeah.
He hit it just right.
He turned it off and then turned it back on again.
You got to press up, up, down, down, left, right, A, B, A, B plus.
I like to think of it more as the Russian astronaut in Armageddon, just pounding on it with a wrench until it starts working.
Was it played by Stormare?
Yep.
Yeah, that guy's fucking hilarious, dude.
He's my favorite Russian, not Russian.
Right.
So he hits a bunch of creatures, including the Goristro. The Goristro is pretty seriously damaged, but it's still up. Um, and Lux, what do you want to do?
Let me go after this guy right next to me. 19.
It's a hit.
All right. Did I notice it? Did the damage do what I thought it was going to do last time, or?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and he takes an additional 10, so 23 necrotic. Well, yeah, 23 necrotic.
All right. Go ahead and describe how he gets it.
I just reach out and punch him with the hand of Vecna, and he collapses. And then, as he's looking up, he realizes it's the hand of Vecna, and I use my reaction to suck in his soul.
Nice.
And then I'll use the second attack to attack the guy next to Blade. 13, that sucks.
Yeah, it misses.
Bonus action, and then I'll try to hit that guy again. 27,
That hits.
and he'll take 16 necrotic.
All right.
Blade would just be mildly concerned that the hand of Vecna is coming closer to him. Like it's punching, it's just like I'd like try to get that thing away from me. He wouldn't say that, but he it would make him a little concerned.
Blade, what are you doing?
Well, Blade is the only, he's still one of the few that is able to currently continue the fight on the outside. So he's going to try to pull his attention back outward, since everyone has the Cambions dealt with. And he's going to move the Colossus towards so the Baylor went behind the head and then portaled. Do I see the Baylor or anywhere around?
If you turn around, you'll see it.
So yeah, I'll turn
I mean,
around.
I did push him 60 feet as well, so it might be on a diagonal.
Yeah, but as you turn around, you would see it.
I'm gonna turn around and heck man, I might as well do it. I'm just gonna start blasting. So I raise the hand that doesn't have a working sword, and the fist ejects out, flying through the air.
Yeah. You smash it into a jelly upon the knuckles of the fist. As the fist then continues to travel, uh, the 30 feet or however far it goes.
Yeah, it has a range of
30 feet.
oh, is it 30 feet? I mean, it has a range of 150, but yeah.
Oh, it's each, but it's so not only did it smash this thing with
But it
its knuckles,
explodes.
but then it also exploded. So there's like a concussive energy that emits from the entirety of the fist, causing the jelly that was once the Baylor to fly off of the knuckles, thus cleaning the fist.
It's like a cooler prestidigitation. He will go retrieve his fist. Which should be enough. Well, it was 60 feet away. Well, he'd be able to get to where the Baylor jelly is now, but he wouldn't be able to get his fist.
He would, but as you do that, the Goristro takes another shot. Still missing.
Oh, the Garisto is just adorable.
Blade's starting to think it's just cute.
Yeah,
Like
to him,
I
to
chime
him,
out.
he's yelling out loud, "Raw!" Just
Yeah, I chime up on the intercom. Like, should I even like shoot it? It's trying really hard.
it just wants to be pet. It's looking for attention.
It's just like a really angry toddler running at us.
He's got to, protect the sensitive bits where heads are involved. But that's it. It's fine.
So that was its reaction as you moved away. So it is going to uh take another running leap and still fucking miss.
I guess we can no longer say that dice never go in our favor because the Garisto can roll a 37 without that being a crit. And has consistently missed.
It has a plus 18 on its attack. I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
I mean it has to roll an 8, but it basically has to roll an 8 to hit. I can't do it.
Listen, it's because he's not attacking me. He would crit every time.
All right, I'm gonna start shooting at the Garistro.
Oh shit. It has. Oh, no, it only has one gore attack. Never mind. All right, start blasting. That's a hit. That's a hit. It is looking pretty rough.
Okay. Then Pantone is going to bound, making sure to sort of splash into the Cambrian here, spraying blood and guts, and then bound over here to make a bite attack. Ugh, god damn it.
That is a crit fail. So go ahead and roll D100. So Pantone's speed is halved until he's magically healed. So he stumbles over the body of the other Cambion, uh, accidentally causing its foot to be pierced by its horn before taking the attack against its companion.
Got it.
I forget who got the crit against the Baylor
That was me.
because you technically have a hero point to award.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I really need to remember those because
Yeah,
that, I think,
is
is
that
a really fun mechanic.
what is that again? It's
It's
I can award
basically
that to
like
someone.
it's basically like a temporary action point that you award to someone.
Okay. Is that retroactive or how does it, how long do I have to use that? I forgot.
So technically it's around, but because we forgot about it, so here's what it says. This is the hero point rules.
Find it on here.
Well, I'm gonna give it to Kosh.
Okay.
Fuck
So
this.
Takash, you get a free action point that you have until the end of your turn to spend.
I think it's my turn.
Sure, go ahead.
I'm gonna hit this dude. Has he been hit yet? I forget.
Yes, that's a
Much?
miss.
Well, you have a free action point that's about to expire.
Yeah. I was gonna use that action point to take another action. More attacks.
That's fair.
God damn it! Are you fucking kidding me? Action point. Heroic point, whatever it is. Swing at this guy again.
That's a hit.
That's better.
Nice.
And because I'm annoyed, I'm gonna put in just a first level divine smite. So original damage, and then oh dang it, where's my sheet? There it goes. Did I put it on here? I guess I did. First level is gonna be shit. Suddenly can't remember how many dice it is for the fucking smite. 2d8 normal. Yeah, now it's 3d8. Yeah, so an extra 3d8. There we go.
Wait, no, it should be 4d8 because it's you're high enough level where you get the extra.
Well, so there's the one that's like at all times I do an extra d8. That's already in there.
Oh, okay. So
And then it's a base 2, and then at a certain point, whenever I do a smite, it also adds to it, I think. So
well, if it's a fiend, it adds an extra d8.
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
So all right. It is seriously injured, but still alive.
I have one more attack with this action.
That hits.
I don't need to. I don't. I'll let that one stand. No.
All right.
No extra smite.
He is seriously injured, and he is going to
Make a
weakly.
wisdom save first if it's his turn, because he's in the area of my spirit guardians.
Oh yeah, that's right. He even if he succeeds, he fails because he's just that low. So go ahead and describe, Kurt, how he succumbs to your spirit guardians.
So I am in a sort of swirl of semi phantom like little silver flames that are wheeling around me, which individually begin to pierce him, and he begins to burn with silver flame, screaming out in pain. He just erupts into flame and collapses.
Nice. Now let's see if Ornifex gets the recharge. Doesn't get the recharge.
I thought he was an engineer. Didn't he get a band or something?
Not this
Neither
time.
does Trebek.
All right.
The Eldritch turrets still work.
So Melodia.
Oh yeah, the Minotaur guy. What was his name again?
The Baylor.
I thought the Baylor was dead.
The Garistro.
Garistro.
Oh yeah, Baylor is dead. You're right.
Yeah, the Garistro is still alive, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hit. You knock it back 60. Then Blade,
Uh, Blade. Let's see. Blade is going to move towards the Garistro and hit it with his blade.
I think the Garistro might be like 120 feet away now
Oh, did it get
because it
hit
was
Yeah.
twice?
it was
Oh, yeah. Then
Yeah,
he cannot
I've
do
hit him
that.
4 times since last he tried to hit you, I think.
Okay, so yeah, he will not do his blade then, because he won't be able to reach. But
Maybe
you
just
might
get
be
your
able to
fist.
fly
yeah,
as a bonus action.
oh yeah, that's right. I need to see if that recharges.
I mean, we haven't used it in how long?
That is true.
Don't,
I
don't you need to pick up your fist still?
I was able to get it last turn.
Okay.
So let's say give me 4 rolls to see if you recharge your flight. All right, you recharge.
Yes. Yeah, so he activates his boosters and which is enough to fly to make it. And at least yeah, and then he's going to use his blade. So I'll just reuse that roll that I did, which is an advantage, which doesn't matter, but just do that. And roll this. See if it breaks. It does not break.
Well, wait a minute. You didn't roll the. Oh, wait, you did roll the Mystic Blade. I see
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Since I used the flight to I'll
Yeah,
just
I'm caught up.
yeah. And then I'll do a slam attack and a stomp attack.
All right. So all of those hit. It is looking like it is on its last legs, but it is going to give one last attempt to charge at and leap into the midsection of the Colossus and fucking miss.
Yeah, cannot roll above a 6. The Garistro is just as cute as it was when it first came out of that portal. I imagine the slam attacks was more like an aggressive pet attack.
Should I attack again or
Yeah,
okay.
that hits. That does it. So go ahead and describe.
I just shake my head pitifully. I'm like, go to bed, sweet prince. You tried your best.
Really, this is for the good of the Garistro species going
Yes.
forward.
Yes.
Um, so there's only a few more of these creatures of the army left. And the ones that remain retreat.
And we're still miles away from the city, you said?
You're about a mile away from the Flamekeep Cathedral,
Okay.
which is enveloped in a shimmering dome of magic.
Uh, Blade sets uh he sets the sensors like the basically gets a diagnostic or sets things to get a diagnostic report, and while that's running, we'll call, is everyone okay, over the klaxon.
Yeah, down here surprisingly good.
They have a mystical, there's some sort of energy field that is surrounding Flamekeep. Does Blade know how to disable it? Was I as
Blasted?
was I wasn't sure. I don't remember if there was like some lore we learned for how to get through it. But that Blade would know.
No.
Okay. Uh, I guess we'll try blasting this.
It's still a mile away. Might as well get closer. When we're close enough, I can cast locate creature and maybe give us a better sense of where in the cathedral she is.
Really good. So we'll get closer. Closer to it. Probably, within like maybe 200 feet. How close do you need to be?
1,000 feet of her.
Would it be amplified if it was into the Colossus?
Don't know that it amplifies things.
It does. I mean, it would have to amplify it in order to be effective against the entire structure or for the entire structure.
I suppose the idea though is that it's not necessarily stable. Yes.
Yes.
Although locate creature is you cast it on yourself, so
Right.
wouldn't really be an opportunity to do that unless
That's true. That's
unless
true.
the branded one had distance spell.
Which I do. But distance spell doesn't usually let you cast self range spells on other people, does it?
Mine does.
I think I just copied this out of the book then, out of the PHP, because I don't have that.
Let me just double check real quick. I'm almost 90% sure.
It does have touch range spells, but that's straight from the PHP.
All right, distance spell. When you cast a spell that has a range of 5 feet or greater, you spend 1 spell point to double the range of the spell. You can cast a spell that has a range of touch.
Oh,
When
yeah,
you
yeah.
cast a spell at
Actually,
range of
it's
touch,
in the last line.
yeah,
When you cast a spell that has a range of self, you can spend a sorcery point to make it a touch range spell.
yeah.
Uh, so sure, I'll do that and cast it on Blade.
All right, that's a 4th level spell.
It is.
Yeah, I mean, if we think that it will sustain it, then we can give that a shot.
Roll a
Obviously,
d20. Okay, you managed to safely cast a spell into Blade. Blade, you suddenly feel the scope of your senses increase dramatically. You know that you can describe or name a creature, and as long as that creature is within 1 mile of you, you know its exact location.
Jail of the Realm.
And you see very clearly a ping go off in your head, and you see there's like a spot within the cathedral. You know exactly how far within she is. She is there, and she is in the center, being held in the center of the cathedral.
Now we're playing Skyrim. You got your compass marker. You just know where to go.
Yeah. I imagine that there'd be some sort of visual that Blade could show. Probably fairly crude, something like kind of like an old school radar where there's like a ping um that shows the location of this marker as well as like the center dot being the Colossus.
Yeah.
I have located her. She is in the center of the Flamekeep Cathedral. So it looks like we're gonna start blasting again.
Let us do what we must.
So the dome of energy extends at least 300 feet in every direction from the cathedral.
Um,
I mean, when we get in range, I definitely would suggest we try like the turrets and the incinerating cannon on it to see if it seems like we can damage it that way.
Surely, as long as it works for everybody else, as long as we dish out enough damage, surely it will work for us too.
And then while they do that, I would watch to see what I can glean about the nature of it. I mean, if it's a wall of force, all of this is sort of pointless. We, it will absorb this all.
Um, yeah, it pretty much every attack that you blast into it is uselessly impacts against it. There's a slight flash of energy every each time it happens, but nothing actually contributes to any kind of noticeable effect.
Even like the special blades that this thing can make.
Well, you haven't tried anything physical yet. You just talked about blasting.
yeah.
Yeah, well, if it's not working, let's try the next thing.
Uh, yeah, sure. We'll try to stick a blade in, cut a colossus-sized hole.
So
Does not break.
so you extend the Mystic Blade from the fist of the Warforged Colossus and drive the blade through the or into this field of magical energy. You feel the resistance of the energy, but as you bear the entirety of the weight of the Warforged Colossus behind the blow, you see the field of force shimmer through the spectrum of colors from red through to orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, and then indigo. And as that happens, it just fades from existence. And you find the Warforged Colossus lunge forward a little bit at the sudden release of an opposing force, but Blade, you are able to react quickly enough to catch the Warforged Colossus from actually falling into the cathedral.
I have never seen such magic.
Did we use this to open the door, or we just reach in and grab the cardinal?
At that, you hear a thunder. And it emanates from far in the distance. Blade, as you turn your attention to that sound that you can't ignore, you see a pillar of black flame erupt in the distance. And from that black flame, shooting high into the sky, it actually begins to stretch out over the entirety of the sky as if it is a cloud of black fire just covering the entirety of the skyline, completely blackening all that you can see. And the only light now getting through from the multiple suns of Fernia is tinged with a purple haze as the entire area darkens. And then you see from where the pillar of fire first erupted, there is an explosion of rock as this monstrosity leaps into the air and lands. And though it is distant, you can see that it in fact dwarfs the Warforged Colossus, and it begins charging at you. And with that, let's take a 5-minute break.
Sounds good. How long has your campaign been going, Frank?
Oh no, that was my old campaign.
Oh,
Yeah, I haven't been running. I think that ended about a year and a half ago.
okay. Gotcha.
Just working on that never-ending system.
Have you gotten some how have you gotten a lot of people to play test it?
Nope, not at all. Going in blind should be fun. No, I'm going to use all my regulars as guinea pigs. So
Very nice.
I'm basically have the simple task of essentially trying to combine Pathfinder and D&D and make it, I'm going to say, rules medium. So a very simple task, nothing too challenging.
Yeah, just not at all.
Yeah, it all basically started. I just didn't. I'm not a fan of the conditions and the skills in D&D. I feel like there's some better things out there, and it sort of just took me on this path of never coming back type thing.
Yeah, you do realize like how like powerful stunned is.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like really powerful.
Hmm.
So I could see that.
Is he still recording?
Mi-
He is. That's there.
yeah,
That's in it.
Mike should get a different display. That will also forever be canon in what may be the final session or one of the final sessions of Descent into Fernia.
That was Lisa.
Well, our live viewers
Sure, it was.
now know.
All right, we're gonna go back to bed.
All
Ready to
right.
go back to bed? Give Daddy a big squeeze. Do you want to stay and play? Do you want to stay and play?
She can stay for a little
Nice. I'll be back in like 10 minutes.
bit. Okay.
Right.
All right. So the map shifts.
Can your lighting do purple to match the purple
Yeah,
haze in the sky?
Oh, it's one of the few times that the sky actually changes in Fernia.
Nice. That purple haze going. Tony already dropped the tunes.
All right. All right. So this is Flamekeep Cathedral. This is the Warforged Colossus. And this is the giant beast that has emerged. Um, Blade, you hear a voice in your head. I'm going to send you a message.
I'm really glad that sword pierced through the prismatic wall because dismantling one of those is a pain in the butt. I think we just have to walk through it and hope we survive.
Yeah, that was lucky. And it didn't break the sword.
Sorry, I'm typing one-handed because somebody is wanting to rest on the other.
No problem.
I mean, she wants to get into Flame Keep too. I don't blame her.
So what's the scale of these squares? Is it 10 feet?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Blade's not sure how to feel about that. Well, you hear after a moment of silence over the klaxon, I've got the good news and I've got bad news.
What's the bad news?
That over there, and gesturing in the direction of this blue uh, beast, is the avatar of Belshalor. His very presence, or its very presence, drains the life from the living. Which would make getting close to it uh or near it not an option. Because it will probably, and I'm assuming it will break through the outer walls and will affect us internally. And The good news is, I guess it's okay news. It's not the greatest news, but we can we can have a way to teleport outside Flamekeep or outside the cathedral and deal with Belshalar and rather rescue Jayla Thoran while Omerta pilots the Colossus and deals with the Avatar.
At that, you hear a voice in your head. No, Blade, you misunderstand. We must pilot the Colossus. I cannot do this myself.
Now, you guys go. I can stay behind, as it will not affect me.
You hear in your head, well,
Well, it will affect me less. Perhaps.
um,
But that is, I think, the only way for us to still achieve our mission.
So how exactly do we do this teleportation thing you were talking about?
How do we do that?
do what?
How do we teleport?
So Omerta guides you. No, don't touch those. Don't touch those. Omerta guides you into the system, the parts of the system that are able to do that. The that space below the incinerating cannon, it those platforms, in addition to allowing some access to the weapon systems, also can allow the teleportation of troops outside of the Warforged Colossus. The teleportation range is not very far, but it is able to teleport large numbers of individuals, which is one of the ways that, based on the system manual that you're seeing as Omerta kind of brings it up in your mind, the Warforged Colossus was meant to break enemy lines and fortifications and to teleport soldiers where they needed to go to fight in places that the Warforged Colossus could not safely go to, or where structural integrity needed to be maintained, such as taking back a fortification that was of importance.
Yeah. Blade will relay that information.
So you're saying you can teleport us into the cathedral, not teleport us away once we have Jayla on.
That's correct. You will
So
have to find a
we
way
might
to get out.
still have to deal with Belshalar unless you somehow stop it.
Well,
Or make our way back to Flamekeep on foot.
I
Has
think
is it moving very fast?
It hasn't started moving yet, but it is about to, and it looks like it as it takes its first bounding steps, uh, it is quite fast.
Well, I
we
mean,
still might have to deal with Belshalar, but I think we have very little time.
if you just teleport us inside, you know exactly where she's at.
So I am going to quickly cast on Blade protection from evil and good.
Okay. Uh,
And we blow up.
That's probably what's coming.
um, okay, you rolled an 8. So you managed to cast it effectively. Maddox, don't, not the DVDs. Not the DVDs. It's over here. We'll put these on.
But why not the DVDs? It's not like
Huh?
it's not like we watch DVDs anymore.
Well, I'm ripping them onto my Plex server.
Um,
Um, here, where is that beholder foot that you broke? Here, yeah, that's broken. I'll pick it up. So you've cast protection from evil and good on the Warforged Colossus, with the arcane engines taking over the concentration of the spell. Um, what does it look like when you cast the spell?
Uh, so I like to imagine that first you see like a crown of flame begins to appear around Blade's head, but then it slowly gets absorbed, and you see it begin to circle around the head of the Warforged Colossus outside.
I dig it.
Um, Meanwhile, that aspect of Belshalor has started moving.
We need to move so you can teleport us in.
Yes. Ready? And it will he will start firing up the teleporters, direct them where they need to go.
All right. So you activate the teleporters, and everybody is, except for Blade, is teleported uh, just outside of the cathedral. Um, Now, this. So you also, Blade, notice that this area around Belshalor, uh, there's an energy emanating into him, uh, from this radius. You notice that some of the army of uh, that you had fought that had flee, flo that ran away, fled, that when they're caught in this aura, you notice you can see them begin to shrivel and burn with black energy, which then flies as embers into Belshalor's mouth.
Ah, shit.
just close his mouth forever.
Shove your rocket fist that I don't know if you've reinstalled yet into his mouth.
Yeah. I mean, he's going to are we we're moving in initiative order, or is it?
Not quite yet, but we are about to get there.
Yeah.
I just need to do something. Where's
Your blade would move 60 feet. And then he would fire the Eldritch turrets. Uh, Try to push this guy back.
Where's the cathedral map that I set up?
We can just assume we defeated all the enemies there and overcame all the obstacles.
Oh, can we?
Since you can't find the map, I mean.
No. I went ahead and rolled it over here. I took care of it for you. It all worked out in our favor.
I found it. All right, now.
And the Fonzie jumped the shark.
It's like reminds me of there was like a rule that people thought wished were true and it never was, but like in like high school, or if a teacher didn't show up for the first 10 minutes of class, then he could just leave. That was it was a common myth, but everybody would be like, "Oh, they didn't show up, so I'm just peacing out." Yeah, it's like that.
All right, this thing is not working. Oh, there it is. Okay.
In my high school, it wasn't my class, I wasn't in it, but there was an English teacher who, like, just a few minutes into class, the police came in and arrested him, and they didn't go and tell like the front desk that they were doing this. So everybody in that English class just sat there for a couple minutes, and they were like, "I guess we could go."
Well, no homework. That's wild. What were they arrested for?
He was arrested. So I don't know. I actually don't know if any of this is true. I only know what I heard at the time. But apparently, he had this thing where he would go out at nights and like pick up women in bars and then beat the crap out of them.
Gotcha.
So
That sounds horrible.
yeah, it was pretty bad, assuming the rumor was true. He did get fired.
Yeah, it's hard to come back from that.
Right.
So, meanwhile, the rest of you are teleported just outside of Flamekeep Cathedral, and strolling from the doors of the cathedral, uh, walks Haruman while he leads his nightmare with him.
I'm much more concerned about the fact that there is a door between us and Jayla Duran that we will have to get through at some point.
With a simple
Right.
lock.
Right. I was expecting to be teleported right there in the fucking next to her. You know what I mean?
Quick, Melody. It's time for Pantone's final form.
Yes.
Black War Greymon.
Give me a minute. I'm gonna bring the little one back to Lisa.
We never did get to ask how the pooping went.
All right, sorry about that. So, um, so you all hear, is everybody else there in the echo?
I am.
Yeah, I heard a little bit of one.
Echo? Echo? Okay.
Yeah, good now.
So you hear the thunderous blows as the Warforged Colossus faces Belshalor in the distance, and before you stands Haruman with his imposing figure and his trusted steed beside him.
Yeah, but he's like 1,000 feet away. So we have a lot of walking to do before we get to him. He can ride most of that distance though, I'm sure. Everyone remember if all else fails, I think if we kill Jayla Duran, at least we'll prevent her from being possessed and taken over. I don't think we can prevent the sword from being pulled if we all die though.
A grim option. Let us hope that we don't need it.
So are we doing initiative order or are we just doing sides?
Yeah, can I cast a spell right quick?
Uh, you can, and then we'll start initiative. We'll roll initiative.
I'm casting protection from evil and good on myself as I take a couple steps forward, essentially.
Okay. And then all right, I'm gonna put Blade here just so then one, Dustin, you can see what's happening uh on each map, but then also so that you can roll initiative. So wait 1 second. Okay, so the initiative order is cleared, so everybody can roll initiative.
If you're within 10 feet of me, you get +4.
Technically I got 14, but it doesn't really matter. I am after Haruman. It's disconcerting to see the aspect of Belshalor is right there. Blade, it's gone. He failed immediately.
He must have rolled 5 ones in a row.
All right, so this is going to be interesting trying to go back and forth between scenes, but we can do it. So, the penultimate battle.
The penultimate battle before the boss after.
Um, so Melodia, you're up, blade on deck, aspect of Belshalor in the hole.
Does he have a better initiative as me? We tied.
Wait. Oh, three-way tie.
I
That's
get
a
a +6 on my initiative. I don't know if that matters to you.
And does the 12 from Lux include the +4? Oh, she's further away than 10 feet. Never mind.
um. Let's just say that's a 17. Okay. Melodia, Blade, and Belshalor. So Melodia.
Okay. Hmm. I so what is there any besides dashing, is there any way I can increase my movement at all temporarily?
Um,
Like I need to get like 10 more feet.
Drop all your gear and clothes and run naked.
Got it. Okay.
well, I mean, what abilities do you have that might help you
Well,
with?
I'm trying to cast a spell, and with my movement, I can get up to it's the range 150, and so I can get up to 160. And I want to make sure that there's nothing I'm just innately forgetting because I feel if I dash, then I'm not going to have the actions to actually cast them, right? Or am I just missing something?
No, I
Like,
mean,
yeah,
dash is an action.
yeah, okay, okay. Then I am just going to move my 30 feet, and then
You could use an action
or
point to get an extra action and then
yeah,
dash.
yeah, I don't think it's worth it. Um, I can I ready a spell? Like
Uh,
if he approaches, I can cast it then.
sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna move up 30 feet then. 30. And then if he gets within 150 feet, I am going to cast a spell. And then Pantone injured can only move up 15. Right there. That's my turn.
Okay. And now we shift back. Um, also, just to make sure everybody can see all of the screens, I'm gonna put people's tokens on the map.
I can see the purple screen
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
because we all have access to the Warforged Colossus.
Oh, very cool. Okay. All right. So Blade, you're up.
Yeah, so we got and if we so when
You're
Your mic is
sounding
messing up.
really off.
I thought you were just in character.
Oh.
Nope, still bad.
All right, this should be fine.
Yep.
Much better.
Yeah, I don't know why my mic has been doing this. But anyway, um, so you got up before, but I fired off two Eldritch turrets. And we didn't resolve those. Do we want to count? Did that happen? Or should we just do that this turn?
Oh, I didn't notice that you had done that. What is the range of the Eldritch turrets?
It's
300. because I was looking at them.
So it would be able to hit.
Okay. Um, so let's see.
Yeah, it was a 30 and a 24.
Okay. Those hit.
Okay. So yeah, that's 22, like 40 force damage.
Okay.
And
And he gets pushed back.
it's pushed back 60 feet.
So the Belshalor's size um mitigates some of that, so it's not pushed back nearly as far, but it is pushed back a bit.
Yeah, it does actually say a creature that is huge or smaller, which I
Oh,
didn't notice before. So the Garistro probably shouldn't have been pushed back either, but
that's fair. Yeah.
Not that it mattered.
yeah.
It was so cute. Yeah, so he fires that, and then uh
I think it would be funny if he then the Warforged Colossus then turned and ran.
that is gonna be its turn. Actually, well, that was its last turn, so it was regular turn. See if we get our recharge. Does not the limited fight does not recharge.
Wait, by now limited flight would have recharged. It's been a few minutes between the battle with the army of fiends and what you're currently going through.
Oh, okay. So I will take my flight to get, which would allow me to get to the the avatar. And I will Blade will deploy the blade, of course. Nice.
Okay, that hits.
Good. Does it break? Does not break. And then it'll do slam.
Uh-oh. That's a that's a critical fail.
I'm gonna use my action point because critical failing on the penultimate boss is not what I want.
You've managed to turn it into a hit.
Yeah. And then stomp the yard. And then hit it again with two Eldritch turrets.
So, because of how close you are and how big well, no, it's not going to do that. It's not going to be a disadvantage. Um, the 22 misses, but the 30 hits.
Okay. So yeah, he just unleashes this, you know, a barrage of attacks, getting all up in Belshalor's grill.
Um, at the end of your turn, while you're in this aura, you take uh, one strength damage
Like, okay.
to you, not the Colossus.
Gotcha.
And at that point, Omerta says, "Oh, that's actually surprising. It's good that we're in the Colossus, otherwise that would have been much worse for you.
Did you know about this?
I told you that being near him, he sucks the life out of all that is around.
Fair. Well, we must do our best. That'll be Blade's turn.
Um, so at the end of your turn, Belshalor is going to use one of his legendary actions to cast a spell. Casting this. So, and then on his turn, he is going to like because there is such a size difference, it is quite dramatic, but he bashes his head into the Warforged Colossus.
That is a miss. Oh wait, no, he only has advantage on.
He has so Belshalor has disadvantage because of what the Brandon one cast on you. Protection
Gotcha.
from evil and good.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's right. So yeah, he misses.
And that's Belshalor's turn. Now, shifting the scene once more. Takash is up. Haruman and his nightmare on deck. Lux in the hall.
Okay, well, obviously, being able to reach him is a difficult thing for a melee person.
Also, I will say that, these these are obstructions. So he's actually 15 feet high, higher than you are up here on this kind of platform. So it will take you even more movement to close that distance directly. But, unless you wanted to go around.
I expect him to come towards us. I move. I mean, I guess. All right. Can I read it at all? Does he seem to be moving to intercept, or is he just sitting there?
Give me an insight check.
Guess not. I guess I can't tell.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
One thing you can see very obviously is he has barely paid you any attention. Right now, he is just stroking the face of his horse.
Okay. How far away is he?
Nightmare, rather.
Yeah. Yeah, I got nothing that'll reach that far. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'll just dash, I guess. Get a little bit closer. I got nothing for bonus action, so I just call back on me. Let's go, and I just start running forward.
All right. So Haruman takes a clear vial filled with some dark fluid from off his belt and he throws it right here. And upon impact, it splashes and that liquid begins to take form.
Where did he throw it to?
Hold on.
Here's a.
Yeah,
Let
it
me
was one
ask you
hell of a
this.
throw.
Let me ask you this. Could I like baseball slide and catch that son of a bitch?
Um,
I was fucking just full tilt running here, so I mean, I don't even have to have my sword out.
no, because he threw it right about here. If it were a bit closer, it would have been fine. I would have given you a chance. Uh, and so these creatures form from the liquid within. Uh, and why is it? Apparently the tokens are not connected, so now I have to get them out.
Ask and ye shall receive. Now we know this is a battle because they're in chevron formation.
These are the creatures that emerge from the vial that was thrown. And now they are entering the initiative. So let's see.
Anybody got any paint thinner?
Might be in the Colossus.
Ah, shit, I left them in my other pants.
Um, and let's see if Harmon can do anything else. That's all that Haruman's going to do right now. And his nightmare is not going to do anything. Lux, you're up. Brandon one on deck. Melody on the hole.
Okay. Yes. I will move another 5. Another 5 feet. So technically that's a dash. Activate the ring of jumping. And that's my turn.
Okay. Branded one, you're up. Melodia on deck. Blade in the hole.
Isn't the ring of jumping a bonus action, or am I mistaken? Oh, you dashed and then activated the ring of jumping.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move to there. Let me see what the distance here is. I think this is right. Yeah, plenty of room. So I'm going to cast Flame Strike and get everybody in the circle.
Can you linger the circle?
Yeah, hold on.
Okay. They all die. Exploding in goo in the process. Anything else you're doing?
Nope, that's it.
All right. Melodia, you're up.
You said those were vertical walls, so I don't have line of sight on those two in the back, right?
Uh, Haruman is big enough that you. Oh wait, 15 feet. Yeah, probably from where you are, you would have line of sight on them.
Okay, so I
They,
can
they
see them.
might
Okay.
have cover, but you have sharpshooter, so it wouldn't even matter.
Okay. Uh,
Oh, before you go, actually, Haruman is going to take one of his legendary actions, and he fades from view.
let me guess. The horse is not too. The nightmare is no sight on the. Not tall enough.
Oh, you can see the nightmare.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna move up. Oops, 20. I am going to cast the scroll you gave me us a long time ago. That I, where is it? Circle of Death, right on Nightmare.
Okay. Um, Let me check something. So normally you need to have the scroll on your uh or wait, did I alter these scrolls at all? Or did
I mean,
you
I know I have three scrolls. I
Right.
have
I remember specifically the reason why I found all these scrolls, or sorry, the branded one found all these scrolls, but he handed them out because they could be cast by anybody.
okay.
yeah, yeah. So I have the Circle of Death, Burning Blood, and Shadow of Moil.
Okay. So 60 radius sphere, each
It's a
creature, con save. Okay. Can you place where you're putting?
yeah. Sorry, zoomed out really far. Okay, so that's I'm gonna basically place it right on the nightmare because that's what I see. And sorry, I don't cast many spells, so I don't know exactly how to make those fancy circles like the branded one.
So you go to the measure tool, which is
Yep.
right above the dice tool. And then click on the
Line,
shape to get a
circle.
circle.
Okay.
And then you can click linger in the fade display to keep it active until
That's
you
a
draw
big ass
something else.
circle. Okay.
Okay. Mostly I just wanted to see if you'd get the inkies.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but no. I'm looking at them.
I mean, it kind of makes sense for somebody who doesn't cast that many
Yeah.
spells.
So it's a con save.
Yep. So yeah, that.
One hit point to activate.
Yep. Yeah, so I'm gonna take the one. Oh,
Hey, don't whisper it. I don't want you to whisper it. What the? Okay, it's definitely on public. It's, oh my God, this is so dumb. Oh, am I on the token layer?
You maybe made Haramon invisible.
Well, I'm
I'd
not
say when
rolling
you're
for Haruman, I'm rolling for the nightmare.
maybe is it on? I don't know how roll 20.
but you
Maybe it's
might
on
be
the
on
other
the
map.
GM. Yeah, you might be on the GM layer.
I'm on the token layer.
Okay.
I turned off the whisper toggle. I am not talking to myself. This is so weird. Just to not reveal his position. Um, let's see if it lets me make that con save for Haruman. Yeah, it made the
Good.
con save for Haruman.
But he did not make it. The gun save.
Um, he's gonna
Hope
use
you.
legendary resistance for that and save. Um,
Too bad. I went into crit fail. I like your crit
That would
fail
have been nice.
systems. I like your crit fail system so much that when Dustin was rolling all those dice to see if he hit the aspect of Belshalor, I was like, oh, that is a lot of chances for critical fails. Maybe you should attack less.
T-Hole would be in trouble.
Um, okay, so I don't understand why it's not letting me roll for the nightmare.
It's not letting you roll at all, or it's just putting it in whisper to you.
It's being whispered to me.
What kind of rolls is it making?
A con save.
I mean, I, for one, trust you to report what gets whispered to you.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a ton of damage. I mean,
It's frustrating.
yeah.
Okay, it fails.
That was an accident.
What was that?
I had an accident. That was what it was. I didn't know it was going to be doing that. It didn't make a sound. And instead, it just spammed you.
Wait, were you able to make Constitution saves for the nightmare?
Using the virtual tabletop converter. I just went to this creature and clicked on the button. I'm expecting to hear or something like a sound happen. I was just curious if it would work, and it whispered it to you. So
Yeah, I don't understand
That's-
why. That's
But
so
I could see it.
weird.
yeah. Anyway,
It's in the initiative and everything. Okay, whatever. I'm done with it. All right. Okay. So, Melodia, are you doing anything else?
You're muted, Melodia.
Pantone is just moving up. I am done.
Okay.
Now back to the big boys.
Yeah.
Tough guys. Uh,
Asymmetry. That's the word, Hawk. Took me goddamn forever.
Yes.
Hour and a half later.
going to
I had the word that word in my head. I just didn't say it out loud to you guys. I figured you'd get there.
Yeah, it just took a while.
I'm like, do they mean asymmetrical? They'll get there.
gonna hit with the Mystic Blade.
Kick his ass.
All right. So that hits.
Does not break. And then I'll slam.
That misses. Also, you need to make a saving throw for
Con save.
the profane aura. Yeah, Constitution saving throw.
What's the DC?
19.
19, which seems low. Wait a minute, that's wrong.
Said 19.
8, 10, 18 plus 8. It's supposed to be 26. DC
Okay.
26.
Can I am I making the con save as blade or as the
As the Colossus.
Well, that's great. Take that. So that makes it. And then I will stomp the yard and then hit it with 2 Eldritch turrets. Oh, I guess 1 Eldritch turret, and then I'll confirm.
Wait, hold on. Uh,
You're at disadvantage, aren't you? Because of the profane aura?
yeah.
Hmm. That's right. So yeah,
But both of those do hit.
yeah. Okay. And that'll be oh, and then I'm gonna move away out of the aura.
So that's going to draw an attack of opportunity.
That's okay.
Um,
That's a miss.
yep.
I have a lot more HP than I do strength, strength HP. So I'll take it. That's Blade's turn.
Okay. So after your turn, it's going to take one of its legendary actions. Uh, and it is going to use its Abandon Hope ability. DC 26 Charisma saving throw.
You have advantage.
Charisma saving throw.
Can't even make it.
Oh wait, no, that was a charisma check, not a charisma. No, it was the same modifier, so it doesn't matter. Uh,
You can do a slam or a mystic blade.
yeah, I'm not gonna perform seppuku, so I will hit myself.
See, but I can just imagine Mike saying, but if you use Mythic Blade, you might break the Mystic Blade while attacking yourself. And think how cinematic that would be. That would be like throwing your artifact spear and then letting it be destroyed.
I still think I made the wrong call there.
So
You're
I
wrong.
I try to hit myself and critically fail.
So do you actually hit him then?
And
Yeah,
the
I wonder. I
second-
wonder.
So,
Like-
so if you try to hit yourself and critically fail, this is what happens.
I think you hit him.
Well, roll a D100 and we'll see what the critical fail chart says.
So I like, yeah. No, I didn't do blast fist, but it'd be like he goes to punch himself and the fist goes off and hits Belshalor.
You are blinded until you're magically healed.
No, that's not good.
You know what? I'll let you get a DC 26 or no, a DC 20 Constitution save at the end of each turn to end the blinded condition.
All right, sounds good.
And then he is going to take his turn. It's going to see if he gets his skull bash back. He does. But he is going to not use it. He is going to instead run at you and use his 3. Oh, I can substitute a skull bash for one of the attacks. Cool. So,
Legendary. How many legendary actions this guy have?
oh no, it's his turn now.
Yeah, I know. But the abandoned hope thing is a legendary action, it says, right?
Yeah, it was a
Yeah.
legendary action.
Didn't he cast a spell?
Um,
Didn't he cast this profane aura as the legendary action this round?
yeah, but that was
That was-
after his last turn.
Was it?
And then it was
Right.
his turn and he got his legendary actions back.
Okay.
That's last round.
I missed exactly when it happened, when he cast that thing, so
It was
that's why I was making
before,
sure.
yeah, it was before the Warforged Colossus attacked again. And then he did the profane thing. The
So-
abandoned hope thing.
Got it.
First attack is a miss. Second attack, that
Is a
hits.
hit.
Also, this is a siege creature, so you're taking all of this damage. It's
Is,
not-
Wait,
does the,
why does it hit? Doesn't the Warforged has 26, right? He's got
Yeah.
disadvantage.
Oh,
He's got advantage because the Warforged Colossus is blinded, but
Oh,
disadvantage
yeah,
because
yeah.
of,
oh, it cancels
so it
out.
cancels.
yep.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And then he's gonna use his skull bash and miss. That would have been a good bit of damage.
Um, do I, oh, let's see, protection from evil and good, does that have resistance on anything?
No,
No.
just
No, it's just saves. Gotcha.
if he tries to charm the Warforged Colossus, then he can't. But otherwise,
Okay.
All right. Oh, and you also notice that while you're dealing a good amount of damage to the creature, it is healing at a significant rate.
Other than that, you're doing great.
Yeah.
2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Yeah.
But still
yeah.
making
Other
progress.
than that, and that part where you blinded yourself, you're doing great.
Yeah, doing fantastic.
So there was a 2 steps forward and then 2 steps back again.
Yeah. Just
And then
Blade
he's
is
got
thankful.
all his spells going, so it's 3 steps back again.
Blade is
Made no
thankful that
progress.
nobody else had to see that.
It's just off in the distance. We look
You
back
know-
and see it.
You know what happened was uh Blade was charmed into hitting himself with that abandoned hope, but he's like, maybe I can avoid that by just doing this Three Stooges dupe, and he didn't think it would actually work, but it did. Way worse than the slam.
It was a bout of bad decisions.
Is that a charm effect? Because it says it can't be charmed from protection from
Does it?
evil and good.
Right. It doesn't say it's a charm effect. Actually, looking back at abandonment of hope, uh I hate to say it, but the second paragraph says if a creature is concentrating on a spell, it loses concentration. Does that mean the Warforged Colossus loses its protection from good and evil?
I'm gonna let the Warforged Colossus save for that. Warforged Colossus can make a DC 26 con save to see if it maintains concentration.
Oh, I'm gonna action point that. No.
What's happening?
Wait a minute.
Oh wait, no, I clicked the wrong button. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute. All right, that's better. All right.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you maintain your concentration. Takash, you're up.
Okay. I of course the son of a bitch is gonna try hiding from me. I don't know why.
Oh, wait a minute. No, the Inkies are up. They're supposed to go before you, but they're for some reason. Oh, because the one that I used probably got erased.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Inkies are actually up. So they're gonna 5, 10, 15. 5, 10, 15, 20. 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh. So they are going to.
I'm going to use my reaction and hit at least 2 of them since I have 2 reactions and they're in my space now.
Okay.
20.
Hit.
He's going to take 14 bludgeoning, 8 necrotic.
All right. So which one?
The one to the far left.
Okay. So this one explodes, and as it explodes, uh, so now Takash, you have a -1 to ability checks and saving throws using strength and dexterity and attack rolls. And then Lux, go ahead and roll your other attack.
Thought it said stinky Yankees, but
That's a hit. Which one?
One right in front of him.
Okay, so that one dies. And Takash, you get another cumulative -1 to ability checks, saving throws using strength and dexterity, and attack rolls.
I say stop that.
Now you're realizing with 15 of them, that could have been bad.
just pick the last one up and throw it off the bridge.
So it's gonna attack. The remaining one is gonna attack Takash and fail. Takash, you're up.
Yeah, no, that was my intent. Can I grab this thing? I guess it's sticky, so maybe I don't want to. I'm just gonna run past it. I'm like, fuck this thing. I'll provoke. I don't fucking care.
Okay. So you provoke an attack of opportunity, and realizing the jig is up, it stabs itself and explodes. So you have
The jig is
another.
up. I didn't even touch it. Motherfucker, live your life, damn it. You don't have to do this.
You have a -3 now.
Now I feel bad that I exploded them all, ruining Mike's plan to give Takash like a -15.
Yeah.
Is
I got-
Takash now sticky?
I got one thing. I got one fucking thing that I do. It's hit things. He wants to take that away from me. Who hurt you as a child? And why is it always my fucking characters that take it?
It was some bald guy heard him when he was a child.
I'm not them. I'm not them.
Uh,
Can I fucking start clearing this shit off of me?
Takes
uh,
an
it,
hour or a minute if you wash in water, according to the description.
yep.
Uh-huh.
And
Uh,
I don't see water.
I have a water skin?
We have that hose, that water jug of endless
Yeah,
water.
who's got the decanter?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know who had the decanter. So
Be funny if it was Blade.
here's a
I think it was actually my character. I didn't write it down, but I was
what
very
if
concerned about needing water to sleep at all.
Yeah.
what if my adaptive armor is capable of becoming slightly stick resistant so that I could pull it off? Spend some time doing so.
You like wax your armor.
It waxes itself.
No.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably not. Um, fine. Um, I'll just um I have a javelin. I think I can throw it at this fucking nightmare now. Yeah,
I think that's in the long range of the javelin, right? Or is it?
it is, yeah. I got nothing else to do with it. None of my spells will get rid of the fucking gunk. So yeah, I'll just throw this javelin. You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. No. Fucking, I refuse to be killed by throwing a goddamn javelin somehow. Use an action point. Reroll it.
You have disadvantage?
Yeah, because it's out of the range.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, okay.
It's better.
Pointed to hit the damn nightmare.
Yeah, it hits a nightmare.
Um,
Okay. And then, all right. So now it's harm on the nightmare.
I have two javelins.
Okay.
I've got five javelins.
All right.
Might as well throw another one.
That's a hit.
Oh. Delightful.
Uh,
Right. Now I'm done.
and-
But I will call out, I suppose. Ah, you're fighting the coward's way, so you're not the same being I've been told of.
Ooh.
I gotta stop closing these things out. So suddenly, you feel a presence appear next to you. And this is with advantage.
Uh,
Does a 20 hit you?
no, it does not.
Okay. Um, and Haruman, with that, becomes visible. Uh, and then,
Resorting to subterfuge, and you still fail.
How big is Haribon? He's
I thought he was bigger than that.
just humanoid sized.
yeah, he's medium sized
Oh.
right now.
He's been cycling. He's been cycling down. He's off his cycle.
And then he is going to use his Rage of Storms, attacking recklessly.
Yeah.
And
So
miss badly.
he cancels the disadvantage because I actually have protection from evil and good on myself as well.
Okay.
Right from before the battle. I should put that little thing here.
And then you know what? He's gonna wind up with another gauntlet covered fist and attack you recklessly once again. 33 hit.
Sure.
And then he's gonna use his reaction. So make a con save.
Let me get this damage here. What is it? 17 bludgeoning.
Yeah.
Is that magical bludgeoning?
Yeah, it's magical. Because it's from a magic gauntlet that he's using. Or rather, not gauntlet, but like knuckle dusters.
Sure. I'm just checking because I have a heavy armor master, so but none of it gets mitigated. I'll take the full amount. So all right. And then con save.
Yeah.
What are you fucking rolling, dude? I'm not gonna. He's not breaking my arm. Fucking action point.
Okay.
Oh, this could be better.
He tries to break your arm, he breaks his arm instead.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
When he hits your armor, he gets hit with the inkies, and now he's at negative.
Yeah.
Yeah, you rub your sticky stuff all over him.
Yep.
That's what she said.
Oh, wow.
On the distant winds, you hear smooth jazz playing.
I wouldn't really apply. I'm gonna say that it uses both uses of his Bone Breaker's ability, so he can't attempt that for the rest of this fight.
You also have to make a concentration check.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
So that's a critical fail. Okay, so it's just a fail. Um, and then his horse flies up and attacks you. Let's see if it actually does this in public. It does not do it in public, but it's a miss. So, Lux, you're up. Branded one on deck. Melody in the hole.
I will attack Haruman. $21 to hit.
That hits.
I will attempt a stunning strike.
Uh,
Oh, oh God, that con save sucks. So, feel pride. Oh yeah. All right. We'll hit him again. Hopefully 17.
the miss.
The last attack. 22.
That's a hit. Um, you notice that what are you?
Bludgeoning and necrotic, magical bludgeoning damage.
Okay. The bludgeoning is not very effective.
Okay. Very good. And I will step back 5 feet.
Okay. At the end of your turn, he uses a legendary action and he disappears.
Still fighting like a coward.
You don't hear a response. Branded one, you're up.
I'm going
Melody
to
on deck.
I'm going to move up while pulling out the decanter of endless water. And here's what I would like to do. I'd like to use the geyser attack on the nightmare and then use an action point to also clean the tar or whatever it is off of Takash.
Can you post the geyser effect?
I cannot. I only have the magic item open.
All
I
right,
can't
let me.
post the magic item. But technically it's a bonus action. If strike out at something within 30 feet, they have to make a DC 13 strength save or they take 1d4 bludgeoning damage and fall prone. I am mostly doing this to clean Takash off more so than attack the nightmare, which is probably going to make the save. But since I have it out anyway, if I can only do one, I would clean off Takash.
No, if you step in an action point, you can do both.
Okay, so that's what I do. I spray first the nightmare, and then as the pressure from the geyser is dying off, I spray down Takash. to clean the ink off of him.
Thank you.
So the nightmare succeeds on its save.
So it's fine. It's just wet.
Anything else you're doing?
I still have my action, and I have Warcaster, so it doesn't really matter that I have things in my hand. I am going to cast where is it? An empowered blessed flare at you know what? At the spot where Haruman was.
That is a hit, but it's not a critical hit.
Okay, so it's that plus another 15 damage from the empowerment. So 28 radiant damage.
Okay.
Spell points.
Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Melodia.
I am shooting at the nightmare.
That's a hit.
Okay. Is it a fiend or beast?
It is a fiend.
Okay. So then my favorite Hunter's Mark's applied for my next shot. And yeah, but that's a mess. And then Pantone's gonna move up. His low. I'm assuming from that fumble that him flying is not going to allow him to move any faster, right? It's regardless 15 feet or half movement.
I mean, he can fly at half as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I assumed he couldn't fly at full and walk at half. Okay. Yeah. And then I am, yeah, I'm done. I'm just going to back up 30 feet. Okay. That's my turn.
All right. And I think that's a good stopping point for tonight. Um, with how late it is right now.
Okay.
So we will pick up next time with Blade and the aspect of Bel Shalor.
All right.
Is this cathedral map part of the Avernus adventure, or is it a separate one you picked up?
It's one that I found.
Yeah, I like it.
I can send it to you.
Yeah, that'd be good.
It has a couple of different versions too from this one site, so I'll try and dig the site up that I got it from as well.
Yeah, that'd be good.
I do like the maps that have like a kind of like a isometric, like there's like some texture to it. Kind of like how the cathedral building ends up here.
Right. The perspective changes or shifts a little bit so you can see.
Yeah. Oh, thanks for running.
Yeah, what do people think about this possibly maybe penultimate battle?
Definitely not.
I-
We know. Come on.
I
I
mean,
didn't-
yeah, I enjoy it. I don't know what's going to happen. Like it feels like if either we lose in either one of these combats, we're screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
did.
I mean,
I did enjoy the battle in the Colossus. I thought that was a lot of fun.
I need my dice to fucking roll. The fuck
Yeah,
are
the
we
only
doing right now?
the only constructive criticism I would have is in the battle against the army, we probably should have just said like my side, your side. Because sometimes I wasn't sure whether or not I had an action or it was like part of like, the prior round.
Yeah, I realized that midway through too that I probably should have had a little bit more structure to that. Um,
yeah.
But it made sense in that context just to have two sides rather than like a full-on initiative order.
Yeah. Well, I like that. I got the I also liked that style as well. Just kind of the more, what are you doing to mess up this army?
Hmm. Um, yeah, I figured, before you guys get, you know, into the thick of it, maybe just have some fun, blow off steam, feel like super powerful right before you
Yeah.
become humbled.
Right, right. Yeah. Build us up before we get crushed. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
I did, and I realize it's like a little anticlimactic, but in that vein, it really was amusing that the Garistra just kept missing. Because it was doing a lot of damage a lot of the time if it could only hit, and it couldn't.
Every single time. And they had like a plus 18.
Yeah, no, yeah. Yeah, you just had to roll like not much, but
It's crazy. But yeah, the dice have been interesting today.
Yeah. Had a 60% chance of hitting. Not a one of not a one of them came.
All right, guys. Well, thanks for playing.
yep.
Yeah.
See you guys in a couple weeks.
Sounds good. See you
All
guys.
right. Bye.
See ya.